Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody is having a great Tuesday, and thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel, guys, once again, we're doing another MasterVerse versus Origins figure, and this time we're looking at the New Adventures of He-Man, looking at his MasterVerse version and his Origins version to see which one got it right. We'll also be comparing these two versions of He-Man here to his iconic New Adventures version from 1989 to see which of these two figures did it right as far as weapons, items, and so forth. Okay, now of course, if you are new to my channel or first time watching, I hope you will subscribe afterwards. I hope you will hit that like button, and thank you for doing that. Hit that notification bell when you upload new videos, and please share this video who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe. Without further ado, let's take a look at New Adventures of He-Man. Now, before that, guys, I just want to let you know that on Big Bad Toy Store and probably Entertainment Earth, there is a new pre-order for a new Masters figure, and it is Skelecon right there. He's up for pre-order right now at Big Bad Toy Store, probably Entertainment Earth, or any other online outlet that you do shop for. It is a new Eternia MasterVerse version of Skelecon. And it says it's supposed to come out sometime in this month. So I just want to let you know, there is a new pre-order right now on online websites, not Mattel Creations, like places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, probably Amazon, and so forth. So if you are interested in getting this iconic character added to the Masters line, he's up right now for pre-order. Okay. Now on to New Adventures of He-Man. And then like the previous videos, this is going to be a very interesting review here, because I will be the first to admit that I have very little to no knowledge of this era of He-Man. I did not watch this cartoon, unfortunately. I saw one episode, and I was not taken by this version of He-Man here. I kind of moved on past this version of He-Man, and I was more into the superhero genre of cartoons and stuff like that. You know, Spider-Man, you know, Batman, Superman, X-Men, you know, the Power Rangers, the Ninja Turtles, and stuff like that. So I have very little to no knowledge of this version of He-Man. And I feel like the CGI line, in a way, this is kind of like the black sheep of the history of He-Man. Now, if you are a big fan of this version of He-Man, that's awesome. I'm sorry if I don't want to take anything away from you guys. You know, if you love this version of He-Man, that's amazing. And if they announce tomorrow, you know, a New Adventures of He-Man Origins version, or more versions of this, you know, type of He-Man and MasterVerse, I'll be, of course, be down to add them to the collection. But I just have very little, no knowledge. I just want to tell you up front, like, I have very little, no knowledge of this particular version of He-Man. If you gave me this figure, you know, out of the packaging and asked me who this was, I wouldn't even tell you. I would just tell you some space guy, you know, a very different take on He-Man. Like, you know, like kind of like the CGI line, you know, which is, you know, I will admit, you know, I don't mind change, you know, but a very different version of He-Man, more slim down version of He-Man, with wearing pants, has a ponytail. I guess He-Man in space, I guess you would call it. But it's still a part of the history, the 40 years of history of He-Man. The figures are amazing. And speaking of figures, let's take a look at his Masters version first, okay? So here he is in the packaging. Okay. Now, also, like She-Ra, also everybody, I'm gonna get the camera, the light right there. I do not have a loose variant of the Origins version of the New Adventures of He-Man. Now, that version of He-Man was an exclusive figure from Mattel Creations, part of that 4-pack He-Man set. This version of He-Man has yet to come at retail, so the only way you can get this version of He-Man, if you can find them online, if you can find it separately, you know, from a seller, it's probably your best bet. But for the most part, you gotta find, you know, to get the whole 4-pack of the history of He-Man, all variants of He-Man through the years of his 40-year run. That's the only way you're gonna get it. And as of filming this, you know, unless it's changed, I know on Black Friday, maybe even Cyber Monday, that 4-pack is originally $150 plus tax and shipping, was reduced to 50% off. to $75 plus tax and shipping. So that's probably your best bet if you are been on the hunt for that particular 4-pack of He-Man to add to your Origins collection. I would, try to get it right now. That's probably your best bet to get a good price on them. Probably looking at like $90 now to compare to like $180. So definitely, I would recommend. And I'm not, this is free of mouth. I'm not being sponsored by Mattel Creations and stuff like that. It's just free of mouth. I would take this opportunity, if it's still available, to add that 4-pack He-Man to your collection of Origins. But we do have both here, so we'll look at both. So I guess it's about the figure itself and which line did it right as far as weapons and look and stuff like that. So first off, we have the MasterVerse version, which was a Target exclusive figure. Old school packaging, got the 30 points of articulation, MasterVerse right here. There is in the packaging, right there. A very different take on He-Man, I will admit. All right, he's got the green shield, the green power sword. It comes with the extra armor and helmet, extra pairs of hands. You got the New Adventures He-Man logo, He-Man right there. All right. And I do have a loose version of this particular He-Man, which I will show you. Okay. Of course, there's a nice glamour shot of him right there. Yeah, I watched one episode. I could not get into it. The style was a much different take of what I remember from, like, Filmation will always be my favorite version of He-Man. And to see the style of artwork and just the way it looked, I felt like it was like a downgrade from Filmation. But then again, I have to give it, I need to try to watch it again. Because who knows, it might have been, a really amazing show. I just got to give it a chance. So I definitely need to go back on YouTube and watch this show and see, if it improves over time. I think it was out for one season only. So maybe, I'm not even sure how many, episodes there are. I need to look that up and see if I can find the episodes online so I can watch them. Give it a fair chance. I have to give it a fair chance. I just watched one episode, so I need to give it a fair chance, okay? So I will admit that. But nice glamour shot of He-Man right there. There he is, the Galactic Protector. There he is right there. Very artwork, we'd say it's all like drawn, not the figure itself. With the new packaging. The cross cell right there. All right. So basically, I feel like this is like He-Man in space, all right? A very different take on He-Man. Got some aliens right there in the background. And there was quite a few figures in the New Adventures of He-Man that came out back in the day, in the late 80s, early 90s. So like I said, if the Origins line or the Masters line would give us more, I would be down for that. I'd be absolutely down for that. I think they've absolutely nailed the cartoon collection version of these figures. Now the Princess of Power line coming, I assume Princess of Power line is happening. So if they gave us a New Adventures of He-Man Origins line at some point, mixed in with the Thundercats line, I'll be absolutely down for that, But let's look at his Origins line here. Now, of course, this is a Mattel Creations exclusive right here. All right. Once again, you have part of the 40th anniversary of He-Man. There he is, the New Adventures of He-Man logo, He-Man, the Galactic Protector. All right, modern posing for retro play. There he is, the packaging. Now, something very different now, okay? This version of He-Man does not come with the extra armor. A gold back metal shield, similar to the green one. All right, it's almost same style of look right here. This version has that H on this belt buckle in a way. This one does not. Brown boots instead of the gold boots. Same blue pants, okay? Almost identical harnesses or or straps right there, but a different take. This one has that gold right there. This one does not. Okay. Now let me go ahead. This is a collector-friendly packaging. On the back of it right there is a nice glamour shot right there of He-Man using his power sword to call down the power of Grayskull. Also in this cartoon, if you are familiar with this particular line or time frame of He-Man, was he ever Prince Adam? I think the only time he was Prince Adam was his first episode, which was a weird one. He was getting transported to a different location or time frame, I think, and he tells his parents before he gets transported that he's He-Man. leaving Eternia like vulnerable from Skeletor. And no, Skeletor goes over there. So the only two people I know were there as part of He-Man was He-Man and Skeletor. Everybody else was a new take or a new figure. And I just felt that kind of weird, you know? So, I don't know, but here's the beautiful glamour shot of the figure here. Of the artwork is amazing. It is collector friendly. Go ahead and take this out right here. All right, so here he is out of the packaging right there. You got the Vac Metal shield, the Vac Metal power sword of his. A very different take of the power sword. You can see the ponytail. A very different take on He-Man here, like I said. A very different take. Like I said, if you hand me this figure or even the Masters figure out of the packaging and ask me who this is, and I would probably tell you, I would tell you, like, I have no idea who this is. If you told me this was He-Man, I'm like, you're joking. I mean, this is not my version of He-Man, because, you know, like I said, I grew up on the Filmation cartoon He-Man. This version is a different take, like the CGI version of He-Man, which I said. So I need to give it a fair take, a fair shot of this figure here. But there he is. Of course, here is his MasterVerse version right here. I have him out of the packaging. Okay, put them both right here next to each other. You can see. Now this version of He-Man, I have the armor, I have the sword and shield, but he did come with the. What did I do with it? Oh boy. Here it is. He does come with his normal harness, as you can see in the packaging right there. All right. Turn the turntable on here. Be very careful here. All right. So put that right there. There you go. Get the camera just a little bit back here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to adjust my camera here. I mean my turntable here, so you guys can look at these figures and decide which one do you prefer. Okay. All right. There he is. Wow. Like, I mean, I need to watch the show. I need to find it online, give it a fair chance. I mean, one episode is not going to cut it. I understand that. And I need to get on the ball and look for it and give it a fair chance, like I said. All right. Now, let's look at his class or his 1989 variant, the one that started it all right here. So, thanks to Pixel Dan and Dark Horse Comics, here is the version of He-Man that came out in 1989 right there. It has the same power sword, the shield, has the armor right there. There's the packaging right there of He-Man right there, the Galactic Protector. A little fun fact, too, I'm going to pause that right there about the reason why these figures are much smaller than the Filmation versions or the 89 or the 80 vintage versions of He-Man. There he is, added the helmet. So as you can see, the MasterVerse version did it right, I will admit. They gave us the same exact armor, the same exact shield, the same exact power sword, everything. So in my heart, I would have to give the MasterVerse version, you know, over the Origins version. So I do prefer the MasterVerse version over Origins, giving us the same exact, you know, weapons, same exact armor, the helmet, everything. The Origins version, you know, it's still a fun version. But if it would have given us that same type of body armor and helmets and the same exact like power sword and shield, I think I would have definitely gone with Origins. But for me, I will admit that MasterVerse is the better of the two. You know, of course, the MasterVerse version is more. Well, I think it's one of the most expensive figures, I think, of the MasterVerse line. But it was more retail. You can probably find this one, you know, online somewhere at a good price. You know, compare it to his Origins exclusive variants. Now, if they announce, like I said, like a retail variant, I'll be down for that. But right now, if I had to pick between the two, I would pick the MasterVerse version over the Origins version because they absolutely nailed the look and everything from the weapons to the armor to even the boots itself perfectly. The green, you know, shield, the green, you know, sword of power, you know. So definitely for me, it would be the MasterVerse. But let me know in the comments below, out of the two figures here, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the MasterVerse version, or do you prefer his Origins look? All right. And they also put more detail in the armor with the MasterVerse version compared to his vintage line. The vintage line did have the gold armor and helmet, but you can see the dial. You can see it more clearly. You have the red right there of the buttons right there, giving it more detail, I think. Of course, the harness right there. You can put the sword on. The ponytail or does not get in the way of the helmet. It works perfectly. The detail, the boots as well, is beautifully done. With the H right there. Did they have the H on the... Yeah, even the vintage version of He-Man in this line time frame also had that same H right there on his belt. Everything. They absolutely nailed the look of this version of He-Man from MasterVerse, perfectly. Better than the Origins version, I have to admit. All right, but there you go, guys. But it's up to so let me know in the comments below your what is your favorite version of the new? Which one do you prefer? I guess the MasterVerse or the Origins version. All right. I'd like to take the time now, of course, to thank my subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. This has been a lot of fun. Don't forget to hit that notification bell when you upload new videos. And of course, guys, I'm still on the hunt every day. With Christmas time around now. I'm hitting my Walmart and Target stores, a little more frequently now. Hopefully that, we get the Princess Power line from Origins, She-Ra, Ram Man, Montana. I'm still on the hunt for them. Anything new. The He-Man, Vecna, Stranger Things 2-pack from Target, exclusive. I'm still on the hunt for that as well. Anything that comes my way, I'm definitely going to buy and hopefully review with you guys. And I hope you guys will join me for that. All right. So tomorrow, we will do another MasterVerse. As we wait for new figures to come, we will do another MasterVerse versus Origins version. This time we'll be looking at New Adventures of Man-at-Arms, or the new Adventures, the new Eternia variant of Man-at-Arms, compared to his cartoon collection version. See which one do you prefer. All right. So I hope you guys and hope everybody has a great Tuesday. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Take care and have a good one, everybody.